Jai Guruji. So we've been on postings where we've been lucky to be with Guruji, and one such, of course, posting we had got when my husband got posted to Delhi, and Guruji was in Empire State, and we had a lovely time in the sense of being so close to Guruji and being able to go more and more, to take his darshan and get his blessings. So uncle's whole day was just revolving also on that, but of course he had to go to the office. So while he used to go off to the office and I would take off from there, go to the Bada Mandir, as Guruji had directed me to do some call it Seva, as is generally known in the Sangat. I'll not call it because I think I'm unable to give what is really, that's a very, very big word which we'll talk about sometimes later. Whatever I can do and whatever be the reason for Guruji asking us to do it, it's all for our good only, I believe. And that's what we used to do and realize the value for doing all that seva to be later. The value is only known later. But anyways, that used to carry on, and used to go in the morning, the soonest possible, come back home, sometimes not come back home, sometimes go straight from there to Empire State. Now one such day where I had to take somebody else with me, which used to happen quite often, and Guruji used to direct who to take with me, and we used to do the specified duties laid out for us. So one such day was there when I did come back home to change and then had to go to Empire State. And in all this planning, which could not really be done too much in the way that is very, very comfortable, it used to happen in that hurry. Then uncle would normally reach Empire State straight from office. He used to carry a change with him and he used to reach the Empire State straight away after a change. And I would already be there, or I was at the Bada Mandir, or I had some time to snatch at home to catch up with something and then reach Empire State. On one such day, I had come home. I was, then we were staying in Shankar Vihar. And I was in such a great hurry, just quickly rummaged through my clothes and quickly took out some salwar and kameez, which was the fashion of the day, and wore that and just left for the Empire State Mandir. And now everything I was doing morning to night was with Guruji's setting my day. And that day also, like any other many days, I reached Empire State and there was some Sangat sitting before Guruji, and there was some Sangat on the side, some around Guruji, some near the music side, and some, of course, whatever else they might be doing. So I turned that famous U-turn, entered Empire State door, come down those 2-3 steps, turn around and come to Guruji. I was just walking towards Guruji and Guruji was sitting on the Sihasan, and Guruji just got up and he came on that side wall, which is just opposite that pillar from where we used to turn around. And he just stood there before I could go touch his feet. And he just beckoned to me, and I went to Guruji, Hanji Guruji. And he asked me something. Then no, something. And I, Hanji Guruji, something. And then Guruji said something, Hanji Guruji. Chalo baitho fir. Acha. Then I sat down. And the day passed by very well, very happily. And just like the times we used to spend with Guruji, I spent another lovely moments with Guruji. And just as always, had the Langar Prasad, went out, came, did whatever was to be done, sat down with Guruji. And then the time came when Guruji used to start sending away people. Then he started sending away people after the Langar. And it was most normal to keep us, so we kept. So we were a few Sangats still left, as was a normal case. And then finally, hardly 8-10 people must be there. And Guruji then beckoned to us to come and chalo phir. So chalo phir. So I, my husband, my children, everybody came. Guruji gave them the agya, chalo. I was somehow the last, and I was going to bow to Guruji. And Guruji got up and he started walking towards his room. So I had to follow him, and Guruji started telling me some things. Te udar te jaake na, te is tarah karna, te us tarah karna, te e na, te o na. So Hanji, all that. Hanji Guruji, this, that, whatever Guruji kept saying, and I walked with him. And chalo phir, uncle chale gaye, Hanji Guruji, chalo phir, and he walked away from there and went towards his room. So I again could not bend down, and like normal, I could not bend down and touch his feet today. And although Guruji was in a very great mood, and he was really lovingly talking and telling me things. So anyways, I was a little nonplussed. I said, okay, today though, while coming to Guruji also, no, while going also, I have not been able to, touch his feet. But anyways, that's the way it used to. Sometimes it could happen, and well, it's all right. Went home, and I had left in such a hurry. Now I was sorting out now the clothes, and then after the changing, then I was putting the things away and the clothes. Now the clothes I had just worn, and they were being sorted out and kept in their rightful place for washing and whatever. And just at that time, I saw that the salwar that I had just worn to Guruji and back, on one side, leg side, the salwar, it was all torn till almost the knees. From upper place till the knees, it was torn. Torn means actually it was ripped apart. It needed a stitch for repair. And it just escaped my mind. In fact, I saw this suit lying. I said, oh God, I haven't worn this suit for a long time. And didn't realize it was kept there for a repair, because it had ripped off the silai, and I had kept it aside. And today I was so happy. I said, chalo, this I haven't worn for a long time, let me wear. And now I see, oh God, how could I forget that this was kept for repair, and I wore this and went to Guruji today. And with that whole thing, my leg would be showing. Oh God. I just was in tears to see what did I wear today. But now, and now the whole thing fell together. And the whole thing, how Guruji did not let me bend down. He did not. While going to him, and again when we were returning, Guruji did not let me bend down and be embarrassed in front of the Sangat who was there sitting, which you know that when you're bending down, you are with your back to the Sangat. Tell us, anybody tell us who this God is. Who? No words, no description. This is the real, actual God. Now, join it together with that story. What comes to anybody's mind? Does it come to anybody's mind the story of Draupadi? Does it come to anybody's mind this story of Draupadi? It's not so bad, I know. But does this story match in the sense? Did I ever believe that story? And did many people who follow Ram for the sake of following a God whom they call Ram, do you think most of our religion, be it anybody believing in Guruji or not believing in Guruji, but going to the mandir, but believing in Ram, but be it any religion too, it all looks like a made-up story, or doesn't it? Am I speaking just correct? What's to the core of anybody's heart? I always thought it to be a story. Oh, fancy. Oh, Draupadi's sari became longer and longer and longer. And what was this magic about the sari getting longer and longer? And if that be a true fact, then why and who made it happen? And again she called out to Krishna, her savior. Those who are familiar with this story, match it to this. Just match it to this. How the God is your savior, how he knows it all, how he kept me from getting embarrassed. And I know not, but he knows it. And then after this day, you just know only one thing, that you know not. Everything the God knows. You are in his hands. Wherever you are belittled, wherever you're not, wherever you're given the praise, wherever you're not, wherever you make it, wherever you're not making it, it's all in his hands. Only your love, your giving yourself to his being, in the sense of just wanting to take from him more and more. If it's there, he's showing you, he's continuing and continuing, and there's just no end to that, what he is showing us here, right here on earth. Jai Guruji.